Okay, I just to start off this video, I just got DaVinci Resolve, um, new editing software, so I'm kind of playing around with it. But what I had in mind for this game is I had a very good game with Zach where I was holding the E a lot of times, and it was mostly holding pressure on Kindred for the most part. So yeah, wanted to get into the video. They FF'd at 15 this game, so it's a very quick game. For runes here, double scaling health, Transcendence Gathering, Aftershock, Fauna Life, the second one with Revitalize. And also, as well this game, into Kindred, I went Unending Despair. So I looked up like Kindred builds, or like Zac builds into Kindred, and I wanted to see what the best one would be, or the best one could be. So I just followed that, and then I built that this game. And we had a very good team as well. So yeah, um, we have Vladimir LeBlanc, son of Braum. Braum is a very complimentary champion. If I Probably the best word for that. Um, he's a champ where you can CC an enemy and you could follow up on his CC. You could also chain Zac's stuns with Braum, and it's on Q, which is even better because it's different from say a champion like Alistar where you're waiting for his WQ and you have to instantly E in right after. With Braum, he autos and you could just read the autos, play around that, and then win like a fight off that. Or stun like an enemy and win the fight. Once you stun the enemy, you're able to go in on them and you're able to win.
The masks of the Kindred seek you.
To Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Also, in regards to
Everybody's a critic.
Zac's clear, been practicing a nuclear. I was watching the world record holder of Zac's full clear. Um, and it's a guy who it just doesn't when you watch his gameplay it looks like he doesn't even play the champion. But the one thing I did learn, one thing that I've been doing in high elo always, naturally, I think by instinct, is to pick up every blob. But if a blob spawns far away from the camp and it affects your clear, it's better to prioritize the camp and your abilities rather than the blob itself. Even though the blob reduces your WCD, it's generally not always worth to pick every single one up. I'd say it's like, it could be between like 2 to 9 seconds, I think it can add to your clear if you pick up every single one. And you get HP from them. But the H the HP I don't want to say it's valueless, but it's your champs like I think Zac is pretty healthy without picking up blobs. The jungle pet heals, and you're not just missing every single one. But when I was watching the Zac full clear, the guy that looked like he never played the champion before, he smites blue and red. So I think I'm gonna continue doing that. I think double smiting camps is probably overall worth, other than ganking like before. So yeah, go for blue here, E over the wall for the Kindred mark. So my bot lane has prio. Blitzcrank, he has threat of hook, but really not much else. If he has vision of you, he pulls you in and you die. That's like a Blitzcrank thing. Really only I don't think there's really much else to that champ, but you know I don't want to test around and like dive there. It could have worked. Could have. Here I walk top for Yasuo. I know the waves pushed in, so he's gonna E through the minions to trade with Vladimir. They have a ward on me, so I walk back. Here, the Yasuo could go for the Vlad, but I think it's better for me to just go on my camp rather than threaten him. There was a ward, so it would be like a forced gank, and that enemy could play around that. Here I'm the only one walking to Raptors. The Braum is coming. I missed Q initially. They have a ward in the bush. I just go look to clear it. Kindred has no smite. I cast the E, Braum gets hooked. I cancel. I'm not too interested in that fight. I don't think it's because we didn't have enough damage, but because I think it's better for me to just go for my camps instead of losing passive. We had a lot of tempo lost, I believe. Feel like a voluntary play, sort of. Here the Yunara walks up super far, walks out of the Senna queue. I just look straight bot here because she has no E. Blitzcrank's either recall or not here, or he's here. So then I look. Miss the E, Braum gets hooked. They kite out. The Ari's here. Just play back, play safe. Wait for them to go in. Hold E, hold, hold, hold. And then when the Blitzcrank, he hooks. The Ari goes under tower, I pull them both. I get them both. Now the LeBlanc's here, we get Kindred Flash. Here I just look to E for damage. The Blitzcrank, he doesn't have hook immediately. I pull. Good play on cooldowns here by me. It wouldn't be good to look on that if Blitzcrank had hook, but it's important that I keep it in mind that he doesn't have it. So yeah, super good play bot overall. I still have flash and passive while helping them out with all those. And then I'm able to just take this dragon. Here I'm just waiting. The Blitzcrank Hex flashes. Son of W's, I look to just pull E the Blitzcrank. I'm trying to do damage to both. Yunara walks up for an auto. She ends up getting caught. Here I just chase. On the Blitzcrank W. He ends up pulling the Braum. Gets himself killed. Here, Kindred's on red. I go straight for my red. Or straight for her red. Here I wait in the pit. She thinks she has Raptors up. I'm waiting. Waiting, she Q's over. I look. Here she has R. I flash over. She fails Q. She could have Q'd over the wall and I wouldn't be able to get her, but I believed I was able to get her. Here the Yunara walks up. I wanna take the scuttle and then look bot. Pretty sure they just get her. I believe Yunara is a very weak champion, honestly. Like early on, she doesn't do that much. As a champion, she doesn't do that much damage. So I think she's like an easy target to just kind of look on. Here we have the initiative, or I should say, taking advantage of this Kindred mark, more so. We have the mark on our side of the map with a Braum, so I'm tanky enough to deal with it, deal with her if she comes, but I seriously don't think she'll, like, ever walk over, and if she does, we'll just be able to get her. Here I want to get Unending Despair. I walk straight bot, or run with home guard. We have a lot of armor, can deal with them. They're fighting. Here I'm in range with E. Get the Yunara. I fourth auto on Braum Q. And then I cast my Q. So it chain CCs. Here I'm so strong, I have so much armor, so much HP. I'm really ready to deal with anyone who comes around. Here the Ari's pushing. But the Kindred's here. I look with E here on the Kindred. She gets out. Let me look on Ari. It's just me and Braum here, so there's really not much we can do. I know she's gonna R over the wall, so I charge E. I look on E. I knock her up. Kindred comes mid, but we don't get anything. We just get the wave, or I get the wave, and they kind of just like come. I mean, I see them walking up here. I take Raptors, I go back in on them. We have Braum passive still. But I want to play for this dragon. But the Yunara is walking up, so I go for the Yunara. Here, I think she's gonna recall there. So I just E straight there. And then she Rs. Doesn't really do much damage, and then I go for the dragon. I could either go straight for the dragon, or I could go for the Yunara, but I decided there, just go for the Yunara. Yeah, so here, we were so strong on armor. We have 2 dragons. We're backing on Unending. We could really just fight anything here. We are absolutely so tanky. This Kindred just can't do literally anything, I think, into this item. Here are the Ari Charms. She Rs. I just look to follow. See Kindred on grubs. I look to take it from her. Get 1. I pull her in, I see Yasuo is fighting Vlad. Kindred gets the other. Not too sure which target to go on. I walk through the pit here to the E angle. Wait and see where they are. And then I E on Kindred. Here I S click. Character looked a little bit weird there. I was waiting to see where the Yasuo would move. Absolutely vital that I hold those E's. Absolutely vital. Because if I throw the E out and miss, the fight will play out completely different. Versus if I wait for them to show or use abilities, then I go in and then we win the fight. Here I take Raptors, look to E on the Ari. She charms the wave. I'm just autoing and burning with Emmy. See Vlad TP bot. And I noticed like what he said in the chat, he wanted to just TP bot here. And I've been playing top recently, so I don't really I didn't really understand why he would TP. But I pinged the Yasuo because I know the Yasuo would push, but it was good. So we were able to get those kills. Here the Kindred, when she walks up, she is just so weak. Ari TP's mid, we just look on her again. This time we E a little bit far back, and they FF.